4.5 million dirhams for an apartment in downtown Dubai. That's the market rate, but I'm giving you one for 7.5 million dirhams. It's a 3-bedroom apartment plus maid with 4 bathrooms inside this building, Boulevard Point, right opposite Dubai Mall and the Burj Khalifa. This is a killer deal for somebody who has the cash and is ready to move right away. My name is Chatha. I'm the managing director of Kirpa Properties, and this is my channel on YouTube where I showcase luxury properties and great deals in the real estate market in Dubai. So make sure you follow my channel so you don't miss out on any great deals like this that I'm going to show you. I'm going to walk you through the numbers, and we're going to talk about this area, downtown Dubai, and go through the entire history as well, so you really understand where the value is and why people are paying so much for an apartment like this. I'm standing inside the balcony of the 3-bedroom apartment we have listed in Boulevard Point. 68 stories, 280 meters tall, roughly 300 apartments, 1, 2, 3, and 5 bedroom, plus duplexes. Construction here started in January of 2013, and it was handed over in early 2020, just before COVID hit. So this is a 6-year-old building in 2026, modern, not aged, and still under EMAR warranty maintenance protocol. The architect of this building was Diwan Architects and Engineers, one of the largest practices in the Middle East, and the construction company was ACC, the same company that built address fountain views next door, address sky views across the boulevard, and large sections of the Burj Khalifa itself. ACC is the construction company EMAR trusts with its premium downtown buildings. Boulevard Point was actually the last of the major EMAR high-rises to be completed in the immediate Burj Khalifa ring. So that means the buildings nearer to the Burj Khalifa. There's no more land here, so no more towers can be built in this exact circle. And that matters more than people realize, because scarcity or less supply is why downtown Dubai is very, very prime. Developers can go and buy empty land in JVC and Dubai land in Maid every month forever, but they cannot build another building like this because the land is gone. So if you look at the facade or the exterior of this building, the lower floors are stepped out in a sawtooth pattern. And that's very deliberate from the architect because they wanted to give it a special space and special look. The vertical fins running up the facades are not decoration, they're actually sunshades for the harsh climate, and the sun in Dubai, as you know, is very harsh. The glass balconies and ledges are climate engineered and not just styled so that you have enough shade when you're sitting outside. And here's the line that matters most for this kind of building. It's one of the only buildings in downtown Dubai with a private bridge link straight into Dubai Mall. You don't have to go outside, you don't have to cross the road, you don't queue for a taxi, you don't walk through the 46 degrees of August heat. You can walk from your living room into Dubai Mall in 3 minutes. Climate control the entire way. So in summer, that's not a luxury, that's actually currency. So in downtown, near the mall or connected to the mall are 2 completely different price brackets. And that's why this apartment demands a price of 7.5 million dirhams, which is still very affordable compared to the market rate, and considering that the rents in this building for this type of unit are close to 600,000 dirhams per year, netting you almost 7.8% if you pay all in cash. And before I start with the apartment tour, I want you to bask in the glory of this view, because the view is what sells this apartment and the reason why so many tenants want to rent this apartment for such a high price compared to other buildings in downtown. So the view and the location being a stone throws away from Dubai Mall and the Burj Khalifa give it its value. Not the fit outs, not the materials. You won't see anything special inside this apartment. It's a very average apartment from the inside, but this is what sells it. So let's go now to the front door and take you through the entire apartment. This apartment, by the way, has just been vacated, so the stuff from the tenant is still here, but I wanted to do this tour right away because I know it's such a good deal. And I'm tempted to take this myself because the returns speak for themselves. And I'll walk you through the numbers later in the video, so make sure you stay tuned until the end. Okay guys, so I've just entered the 3-bedroom apartment that we have in Boulevard Point. As you enter into this entry space, you have first on the right side, the powder room. So the powder room over here, very sizable. It's not very small. There's enough space for the door to completely open. And the toilet is on this side. There's a ledge for your perfumes, for your flowers. And you have a sizable sink as well, which is working. Everything is in working order. The drawers are very nice. Lots of storage space that you will use. And look at the handles. Handles are very high quality. I know this building was built quite some time ago, 6 years ago to be in fact, and they still have very nice handles. Consort is the company behind these handles, so very well done. Right opposite the powder room, we have the kitchen, which opens through a sliding door, which is also very good because it doesn't take up any space. This sliding door recesses into the wall, so you don't have to worry about any bad looking features. So it's done really well. As you enter the kitchen, you can see it's a U-shaped kitchen, and it also has a display bar over here, which is great if you want to serve coffee or breakfast. You have the fridge set up already done, this fridge, and everything inside this apartment is being sold as is. So you have a lot of storage space. And like I said, the tenant just left the apartment. They haven't moved out their stuff because the owner owns all of this. So they will be selling the apartment as is. You have a dishwasher by Ignis and a fridge by Ignis. It's a brand from who knows where. You also have a stovetop here by AEG, and it has 6 burners on it, enough for you to cook a world-class dish and a feast if you want to. You also have a microwave. You have a lot of countertop space for utensils, for cookers, for toasters, and a lot more if you want to chop things up. Also over here, you have plenty of space, and your sink is, there's 2 sinks actually, and the quality of the sink is not great, but it's usable and it's user-friendly. So again, the kitchen, very well sized, a lot of space, and it's almost semi-closed because you can close this so that none of your spices and the smell, the aromas, they don't waft into your living room. We're currently in the center of downtown Dubai. 25 years ago, there was nothing here. This was all desert. The area was called Al Tarif, sand, heat. There were only 2 roads, camels. But in 2003, a man named Mohammed Alabar, chairman of a company called Emaar, looked at this empty plot of land between Sheikh Zayed Road and Financial Center Road, 2 square kilometers of nothing, and announced that he was going to build something to rival Manhattan and the left bank of Paris and the central part of London, with the world's tallest building in the center of it, with the world's biggest mall in front of it, with the world's largest performing fountain. And look what he's done today. In September 2004, they broke ground on the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, but the financial crisis hit in 2008 and it nearly collapsed. However, the Abu Dhabi government stepped in to bail Dubai's government out, and they made sure that the Burj Khalifa was completed in 2010, opening in honor of Abu Dhabi's ruler. So in November 2008, Dubai Mall opened, 1,200 stores, 200 restaurants, the world's second largest mall at the time. Last year, more than 100 million people went through Dubai Mall's doors, more than Disneyland, more than Paris, more than Times Square. And in 2010, again, the Burj Khalifa lit up for the first time, 828 meters tall, 163 floors. It still holds that world record 16 years later. Nobody in the world has come close. And by 2017, downtown Dubai had 13,000 residents. Today, it's pushing 25,000, and the rents have climbed every single year. Capital values up roughly 200% in the last decade. So if you had bought an apartment here 10 years ago, you would have quadrupled your money. And that was possible. Right now, I'm on the first floor of the building on the viewing deck, which looks over some of the community in downtown Dubai. And I wanted to talk to you about the amenities that this building has to offer, because the amenities do attract tenants as well. And that's really important for you to know as a buyer too. There is a swimming pool with an infinity edge direct Burj Khalifa view, and that's the shot every tenant posts on Instagram. And it's the shot that fills the unit at 60,000 dirhams a month on Airbnb. I've seen 4-bedroom villas in Tilal Al Gaf rent for less than this just because of the pool. There's a fully equipped gym, cardio, free weights, machines, open extended hours, and a kids play area, indoor and outdoor. Important for the family rental segment because this is a 3-bedroom, remember? So there will be a chance your tenant may be a family. And then you have 24-hour concierge, 24-hour security, and CCTV across all the entry points. The lobby has been finished to a 5-star hotel standard, and that's set by Emaar across all of their downtown buildings. And it shows there are 6 elevator banks, and even at 8 a.m., you don't have to wait. The 68-floor building makes sure that there's no cut corners, 4 basement level parking spaces, 10 podiums for parking, and that means that you get 2 parking spaces in this postcode, which is already worth 300,000 to 400,000 dirhams of value. So again, the amenities speak for themselves. They're very standard, very good. Emaar is delivering every day consistently across all of its projects, especially in downtown, which is their premier flagship project. And next, they have Dubai Creek Harbor as well, which will be delivered on an even better quality level. So let's move forward to the apartment. After the kitchen, we get into this large dining plus living area, which is pretty wide. I think this is more than 8 meters in length. You enter the living room space and the dining space over here. Here they've kept a dining table with enough seating for 8 people. They had a very nice wall with art and a nice light fixture, which is above the dining space, which is replicated on the other side in the living room. So as I said, this is not as per the living conditions. You have to come inside, you have to change things up, but you can make this apartment very, very nice. If you're looking to live here, I would go and redecorate, renovate the entire apartment and make it mine. So if you're looking to do that, that's a great choice. Great views, of course. But if you're looking to rent it out, even then you can change things up and demand higher rent. Right now, the rental market is a bit slow. That's why you have to upgrade the units and make sure that they're more livable, more friendly for tenants to come in and move in right away. So having furniture is a plus point nowadays. Anyways, this living room space is quite good, quite sizable. You have a lot of space. You can put the TV over here, sofa displays over here. You can have a showcase on this wall. There's plenty of space to do things, but it takes imagination and creativity to get into that. Right next to the living room, we have almost floor-to-ceiling windows and entry into the large balcony. And this balcony is where the views take place. I was standing here a little while ago, but even now I can feel the wealth. I can feel this is the Dubai. This is what Dubai stands for. The world's tallest building, one of the world's largest shopping malls. This is what sells this apartment, like I told you. Now the math. This is the only part that matters. Market price for a unit like this is around 8.5 million dirhams. And that's what comparable 3-beds with a view like this in the building have transacted in the last 12 months. You can check it on DLD as well. So asking price for a mortgage buyer is 8 million, which is already a little bit below the market. And final price for a cash buyer is 7.5 million. And that's more than 10% below market. 1 million dirhams of equity captured on day 1. So why is this happening? The owner needs to exit, and that's it. There's no problem with the unit. There's no service charge dispute. There's no construction defect. The building is not under any complaints. The seller has a personal reason to move, and a cash buyer who can close in 2 to 3 weeks can capture that entire discount. So the long-term annual rent at this spec on a unit like this is 600,000 per year. Short-term holiday home rate is 60,000 per year. So you can comfortably net 600,000 every single year, even on a short-term basis. So you can make 8% on your money if you buy this all cash. And every dirham of this rent will be tax-free. There's no income tax, there's no capital gains tax when you sell, and property tax in Dubai is a big fat 0. So getting a rental yield of 8% in downtown is impossible anywhere else. It's really, really difficult to do that. But you can do it with this building and this kind of spec. What I would do personally is I would buy it on a mortgage. I'll pay the 8 million, no problem, or even negotiate down to 7.5 if I can, and then put in only 30% equity, 70% from the bank, upgrade the unit, and then rent it out on a long-term basis with a flexible check plan, 12 months or one check per month, so that I can achieve the highest rent from a reputable tenant and make sure I get the highest rental yield. If I do that, I can net almost 10%. So that is a very, very good deal in my opinion. So if you're interested, of course, reach out to our email below. The listing agent's name is Sahil. He'll be in touch with you. He'll show you the apartment. He'll help you negotiate with the seller. The seller is direct with him, and make sure that you don't miss out on a deal like this. So coming back into the living room and dining room space, now let's go to the right side. So the way this apartment is configured is that it has this large space, and then it has one bedroom on the right side and two bedrooms on the left side. And that's where the other washrooms are as well. But the bedroom over here has a ensuite. Before we enter into the bedroom, we also have a maid's room, which has a lot of storage materials inside, but I just wanted to show you so you get an idea. You still have a maid's room with an ensuite bathroom, which is a very good plus point. And like I said, this apartment is up for sale as is. So you will get everything that you see inside this apartment. Next, we see our second or third bedroom, because this is not the master. And the plus point for each and every bedroom is that you get the same view every single time. So when you wake up in the morning, you can see the Burj Khalifa, you can see the fountains, you can see the Dubai Mall, the address downtown, a very iconic hotel. And this is all right outside your window. So this is what sells this apartment, like I said. The washroom en suite, very good vanity, with a lot of space, shelf space for you to put some stuff there. You can open the mirror and store more stuff behind it. Then you have the shower area, which is also very well done. Not bad for an apartment that the tenants just left. So well maintained, it's clean, it's ready to go. The tiles, as you can see, are pretty much standard porcelain tiles. The grouting on the wall is also done. So this is a very standard average build by Emaar. Emaar Properties. It was founded in 1997 by Mohammed Al-Abar with backing from the Dubai government. It was listed on the Dubai financial market, on the stock market, in 2000. The first property company in the Middle East to offer shares to foreign investors. Today, Emaar is the most valuable real estate developer in the Middle East. Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall, Dubai Marina, Dubai Hills Estate, Arabian Ranches, Emaar Beachfront, Creek Harbor, Dubai Opera, Dubai Fountain, that's all Emaar. Last year, they paid $2 billion to fully acquire Dubai Creek Harbor from Dubai Holding. So they are not slowing down anytime soon. When you buy Emaar, you're buying three things. Number one is handover quality. Emaar delivers what the brochure promised. It may not be perfect, but the most consistent developer in the city. I've walked through hundreds of their units and I know the difference. Number two is resale liquidity. International buyers know the name already. So when you go out to sell, you're not explaining who built it. The brand does that work for you. Three is the rental premium. An Emaar address rents 10 to 15% more than a non-Emaar address of the same spec in the same area. Don't take my word for it. Go to the DLD and check out what works better. But Emaar Downtown is its own asset class. There's nothing comparable in the entire Middle East. Nothing in Riyadh, nothing in Doha, nothing in Cairo. This is the trophy asset you have been waiting for. So downtown, Emaar developments, this is the key thing that you have to consider when you're looking at the track record, the consistency, and the build quality, and most importantly, the infrastructure. Wherever Emaar builds, it draws in the city's infrastructure to meet its own needs. The government actually listens to Emaar and builds road networks, transportation networks, just for its communities. So if you're buying into an Emaar community, you will never go wrong. That's my guarantee. Next, as we pass through the kitchen and the dining area, we now get into the corridor, which takes us to the 2 bedrooms. And before we get into the 2 bedrooms, just wanted to show you the washing machine area where you can have a washing machine or dryer. And then we enter into the bedroom, the first bedroom, I would say on the right side. This is a very sizable bedroom as well. Same size as the one we just saw. You have closet space over here, plenty of space for you to put your hangers and your shelves, your drawers. You have plenty of space. And this is very sizable for a bedroom this size. And then you have a desk as well, which is very good, but maybe not enough space. So if you get a smaller bed, now they put 2 single beds here. If you converted this to 1, I'm sure you'll have a lot of space for a desk. And again, the views are the same because every single bedroom looks out onto this engineering marvel that is the world's tallest building. So next bedroom that we're going to look at is the master bedroom, which is at the end of the corridor. And before the master bedroom, you have 1 bathroom, which can be used by a guest or the second bedroom user. This is the same size as the previous washroom and the same configuration. Now we're entering the master bedroom. The master bedroom is a little more sizable, little more area they've given over here. As you can see, you have the bed, you have bedside tables, and again, the killer view that makes this apartment valuable. You have a little chandelier going on, and to be honest, I would enter and buy this apartment, upgrade it, re-rent it for a higher price than the market, give a few more flexibility options on the payment plan or the payments for the rent, and then make a ton of money. So as we go into the left side of the master bedroom, we have the walk-in closet, which has plenty of space. Like I said, there's enough space for here for your entire wardrobe. And as I open it up, I can see it's enough for me and maybe 1 more person. So then we have the washroom. The washroom area, you have your double vanity, his and her sink. You have a bathtub, plenty of space to move around in this washroom. It's like a hotel bathroom, to be honest. And as you can see, this mirror still opens up to reveal some shelf space, which you can use to cover up some of the medicines you don't want your other significant other to find out about. Then you have the bathtub. Bathtub over here, very well sized. And yeah, I'm still not touching the roof, so that means I have a lot of space to work around with, as you can see. Next, we have the toilet and the shower area next we have the shower room, which closes up very well and is waterproof. There's no, let's say there's a ledge which keeps the water inside, so you don't have to worry about water leaking inside to the bathroom. And it's done really well. You have a rain shower as well. And that's it for the master bathroom. That's kind of what you will expect if you buy this unit right now. You have a choice of upgrading the unit, like I told you, and re-renting it at a higher price. The current market rents are around 600,000 based on the listings I've seen on Property Finder, which I think you can achieve if you give more flexibility on the number of checks for your tenant. I've done the numbers for if you get this on a mortgage. If you put 30% down and take 70 from the bank, you can actually net almost 10% on your equity that you're invested. So it's a very, very good investment, especially in downtown where the rental yields are as low as 5%. So if you're interested in looking at a unit like this, our email is below the video. Now, 7.5 million is a lot of money for an apartment in downtown Dubai. But let's look at the positives. The same money will buy you a 1-bedroom, mid-floor, 600 to 800 square feet inside the Burj Khalifa with much, much higher service charges. The service charges here are 23 dirhams, while they're more than 60 dirhams per square foot in the Burj Khalifa. Then you have address residences, Fountain Views, which is right next door. The same money will buy you a 2-bedroom apartment around 1,200 to 1,300 square feet. It's a beautiful building, hotel branded, but a smaller layout, no maid's room, and the service charge is again higher. Then you have Burj Vista. Same money buys you a smaller 3-bedroom, around 1,500 square feet, partial Burj Khalifa view, and no mall link directly linking the building to the mall. So here you have 1,825 square feet, direct Burj views, direct entry into the mall, vacant and ready to upgrade. And also look at the view, the front side of the view. This is the money shot, right? It's better spec'd than its competition at the same price. So it's kind of a no-brainer if you think about it. And now this is what I owe you as a viewer, because this channel is not just a sales channel, it's a Kirpa channel. And the Kirpa difference is that we tell you things that other agents don't. Let me tell you the risks now. Number one, the entry point. 7.5 million dirhams is not entry-level investment. Especially if this is your first investment in Dubai, do not do it. Focus on buying something cheaper, focus on buying something outside the city so you understand how the rental market works. Risk number two, if you're thinking of renting this on a short-term basis, then maybe think twice, because the market is very cyclical and the holiday home company which will manage this home will take 20% of your revenue. So that is something you have to think about. The third risk is service charge inflation. Right now today, 23 dirhams per square foot is fair, but could it go up to 26 or 28 in the next 5 years? Yes, so build that into your projections. And risk number four, mall expansion noise. Dubai Mall is now expanding and there will be construction in this area for the next 2 to 3 years. So the units facing the mall may have more noise than there was before. And none of this changes the verdict. I'm just letting you know these are the risks when you buy an apartment like this. And now, lastly, my verdict. Should you buy this? Should you not buy this? If you have 7.5 million dirhams in cash, just lying around and you're waiting for a downtown Emaar entry, this is it. 8% yield, fully furnished, mall connected, 2 spaces for your parking, vacant and ready to move in. So you actually get a very good deal if you do this at 7.5. If you negotiate harder, even better deal. And if you move slowly, I'm sure a cash buyer will come in and snap this up right away, because I'm seriously considering this, but on a mortgage. But there is one price. The owner is not waiting 2 weeks for, let me think about it. This is the deal. You have to take it right away, sign a check, send it to our agent, and take that deal right now. And make sure that you understand the rentals in the market. Look at the transactions on DLD. Let us give you that information if you don't have time, and then make a better informed decision. So again, this is how you do it. This is how you buy in Dubai. Make sure you do your research, make sure you look at the risks, and then crack a deal when you can. So all the best to you. Keep viewing my channel and make sure that you don't miss out on the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go.